All right, what's going on, everyone? This is Joe LaRosa here with the Joe LaRosa Show, and I am so excited to be able to have CJ Howell here as my guest today. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, Joe? Doing great.
Man, I'm excited to have you here, man.
I'm excited to be here.
Man, listen, I'll tell you what, when you find yourself in a room with somebody that's just got energy and just excitement, like you feel like very, just all of a sudden like just pumped, right? And every time I'm around you, man, seeing what you're doing, you know, I kind of get a little jealous, man. I wish I had your energy when I was your age, man.
No, man, I mean, I don't know what it is. Just being young, ever since I was a kid, I was always this amped, energetic. I used to be a trainer in a call center, so I always brought that energy.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so listen, so I'm excited to have you on today. So today we're going to talk about really, you know, turning a idea into an actual reality, right? Yep. And so, you know, I love what you're doing now, you know, with Central Media. So tell the audience a little bit about kind of, you know, a little bit about yourself. And really now you've only been around with Central Media for about, 3 months, right?
3 months.
Yeah, so you've been doing this now for a few years, but you kind of took this idea and kind of created this new, you know, business. So tell the folks here that are watching kind of a little bit about yourself and about your business.
A little bit about myself. I never thought that I'd ever pick up a camera.
Really?
Funny enough. I'll tell you why I got into cameras to begin with. I was at Disney Springs.
Okay.
With my mom and my girlfriend. And they just wanted a photo together.
Yeah.
I took the photo. They hated it.
Well, listen, I know that feeling. I get yelled at. It's like, you know, like I take like 20 different pictures. I'm not, you know, angling it the right way. Or
You're not doing enough.
Well, I used to do it like in portrait, you know, mode. I'm thinking that's pretty cool, but no, I get yelled at for that. But anyway, I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's true. I mean, because at the time, like I wasn't really creative or anything like that. I still wouldn't really consider myself a creative to this day, which is weird. But I don't know. I kind of took it personal.
Yeah.
When they told me I sucked.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, really? So let me just go buy a $2,000 camera that I don't know how to use.
There you go.
And get good.
Okay.
So I picked it up right before the pandemic. It collected dust, but when the pandemic hit, I was like, you know what? Let me pass some time and stuff like that. And yeah, I tried a couple niches like, you know, families, newborns, weddings, and nothing was really hitting like how I wanted it to. And then my best friend, Javon, who was just here, got into real estate.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I could pick up some real estate. I've always loved real estate since I was younger. I wanted to be a real estate agent, believe it or not, when I was in high school. And I was like, let me give real estate a try. And 2 years now in real estate doing this full time, a few months now, I'm not going anywhere else. So
you started. So when you got into real estate, were you just helping to folks with like listing pictures and stuff like that, or
primarily headshots I saw would be like super profitable because like every business needs a headshot, especially, you know, business cards. So I was like, I could take off with headshots, do that from there. But then I learned about listings. I didn't even know what listings photos were. I wasn't even familiar with Zillow and all these other websites. Like I was so new to the game. And yeah, listings took off from there too. I wanted to really teach myself. I knew it was a need, a demand.
Yeah.
Cause marketing is everything and you're trying to sell a house. So what do you need to do? You need to market it with beautiful photos. So.
Well, listen, man, in today's time right now, as we've seen this shift over the last year, you have to really obviously, you know, go all in and make sure you're able to market a property the best possible way. Cause I can't tell you how many times as a broker, I would get annoyed and just like scratch my head when I would see like, you know, these agents like in their like reflection, you know, as they take a picture of like the bathroom and you can see what the
walk-in shower
what
reflection.
the hell are you doing, man? Or close the toilet seat too.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a big thing.
That's a big thing. So you started doing that, and then headshots, which I think is a very important thing because I always get a good laugh when I look at a realtor's business card and I'm like, that does not look like you. Maybe 20 years ago, but that is not you. I'm guilty of that too. Trust me. Yeah, I have to kind of update. You probably need to get me another headshot. I think so at this time. But what else now have you done? So what's Central Media doing now? So you're doing more than just photos, obviously.
Oh, hands down. Obviously with today's time that we're in, everything's transitioning to videos primarily. Photos are still pivotal and important, but everything's gone to short form content. Right. You know, because our attention span as people, it's, you know, zero, basically. Right. So Gio, who's behind the camera right now, I actually met him at a marketing event. And I've always had this feeling within me, like, man, I would love to partner with someone. I know I'm capable of great things, but I'm just one person. Yeah. Which, as one person, you can achieve a lot, but it gets to a certain point where you understand a team is necessity. Sure. In order to grow. And absolutely. I like to just work with people and bounce ideas off of someone else. So, when we met, we were like, we knew we wanted to do something, but we didn't know what it was. Right. So we had lunch like 3 times before we ever came to the idea of, let's go full blown marketing for realtors. Let's grow their businesses through social media and make their platform like we always talk about here, their portfolio, their resume, like let's make them separate themselves from other realtors, just blow up and let's just do it. Like, we love to make videos, we love to make short form content. What better way to do it than real estate out of all places?
Yeah. So yeah, listen, I can tell you most agents, in fact, I was looking at some numbers the other day where, and listen, I'm in this category. So if you're out there, you're going to get offended. I'm going to offend myself, if anything, right? is that the average age right now, even like within like La Rosa, is probably around like in like the early 40s.
Yeah.
And so I'm guilty of it too. Like, my kids are on all these different social media platforms. In fact, I even get made fun of even here at the office with my own team, is that I'm a Facebook guy. That's pretty much all I know, right? I don't want to have to like learn. Now, Instagram, I've kind of had to get into a little bit, but what are you seeing right now? You know, talking about creating these videos, right? Where's the best place to put your videos? How do you create this brand awareness for the people that you're working with?
Primarily real estate, Instagram, hands down.
And they keep changing this shit too, because it goes from, honestly, like, I was getting good at like my story, but then it's like now you can post it, but now there's a reel. So what's like the popular thing within Instagram?
Reels, hands down. Because stories are temporary; they only last a certain amount of time, and reels, the shorter the better. The more someone rewatches your reel, the more the algorithm is like, someone's liking this, and it's gonna push it out to more people. I would say Instagram is huge for realtors, but at the same time, like, when you kind of talk about like the age and being on Facebook, I know a lot of realtors who've been in the game for a while, and Facebook is like their homepage. Yeah, but they can use Instagram to their advantage to grow even more. But I've really, because TikTok's nice, it's great. I'm not gonna knock it for realtors, but I've just seen this huge, how do you say, like, I don't know what it is, fluidity in a sense. Like, everyone's so easy to reach out to and contact on Instagram because everything's just right there. You could build your page as a business page. Sure. I would consider TikTok like fun, what I mean? And you can put fun content on there, but Instagram is like, you kind of get the best of both worlds as a realtor. Sure. And you could do photos on there as well. Well, but you also want to focus, right? So if you're trying to go after the consumer, correct, right, where is the consumer going to be spending their time, right? So social media. Yeah, and one of the things that I've seen lately, and I know you guys have been doing this with our stuff, is that you've been adding subtitles. Yes. Why? I saw a Verizon statistic, believe it or not, in 2021, that 70% of phone users don't have audio on. Yeah. You might be at the doctor's office and forget your headphones, but you still want to be on. You don't want to watch the news, sitting there in the lobby. Right. And captions is just extremely engaging. Yeah. And you can still watch the video without having to hear it. And we've just, I've gotten feedback on it before, on my personal stuff, like, because the thing is, entertaining captions is great and all, but just having captions in general, it's important. Yeah. Especially if you're trying to educate on something. If it's like entertaining content and like you're making something like funny, it all depends. But with realtors, primarily what they do, trying to get their consumers' attention, captions are like a necessity. Yeah. Man, now that you say that, I'm actually thinking, crap, I actually do that all the time. Yeah. I mean, I'll be sitting in the morning having coffee and I don't want to wake up my kids, and I'm just like scrolling through and I'm looking at subtitles. Yeah. So, all right, so you posting all these videos, what's like the kind of like call to action? Like, are you able to create some place for these folks to go so that we can kind of capture their information? Correct. In regards to us as Central Media, or working with realtors? When you work with realtors. So it all depends on. You know what? Because I see realtors all the time that they'll post a video, and even I'm not gonna like name the names, whatever else, but like I'll even see like billboards out there, and there's no freaking call to action. There's nowhere place for you to go other than just a face, right? So that's extremely important. I've always taught our agents that, is that you want to have a place where you can capture the folks. So correct. You can do that obviously with the videos and the reels and all that good stuff. Correct. Yeah. You have to say it yourself, and you can also incorporate it like in your caption if you'd like to. But when it comes to realtors or real estate in general, because we're primarily real estate, meaning we'll work with a mortgage company, a title company, a realtor, like anything in real estate. Depending on what they're talking about, would vary on the call to action. Yeah. So if you're like giving a tip or a trick or something like that, like about the closing process or something, it's like and save this for part 2,
right,
or something like that. You know, your call to action is primarily for them to do more engagement on your post so it can go out to a broader audience. But let's say you're advertising yourself as a realtor. Like, this is why you should book a consultation for me.
Right.
Is like the post and go to the link in my bio to book a call with me. So we can get you started on your home buying process today. Sure. Something like that. So depending on the video would vary on the call to action. But you can do a call to action for anything. Anything.
So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, not as much.
I still here's the thing with me. I see a lot of, because when we work with realtors, we emphasize like YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, like definitely post on them, because you don't want to sit and like knock the social media, because it's still a platform at the end of the day. But where is all the business coming from? Facebook and Instagram. Like a lot of the conversations that are being had, where people are actually meeting and getting together, I've seen primarily through those 2 platforms. Yeah.
Now you said YouTube, right? So I know way back in the day, I don't know if it's still now, but I think YouTube was like the number 2 search engine in the world. Everyone goes to Google first.
Probably still is.
Yeah, and so they would forget about Yahoo. Yahoo's in there, probably the top, 4 or 5, but they would go to YouTube.
Well, actually, TikTok has become, honestly speaking, become my new search engine. I'll look up ingredients, self-care. Like TikTok has become a huge search engine for me, at least. So who knows? Probably Google, YouTube, TikTok, definitely top 3.
So saying that they allow TikTok to stick around.
Oh yeah,
because you hear all these different rumors and everything else. Yeah. So I mean, then should realtors pay attention a little bit to TikTok and actually create some, like, again, it's also too understanding, the audience.
Correct.
Right. So are we getting folks that are really going to fall into that, consumer bracket, age bracket, whatever you want to call it? Are they using TikTok, for that? So,
I mean, here's the thing. Nowadays, you have 19-year-olds buying houses, 18-year-olds.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, they'll be on TikTok. So something that Gio and I, to make it convenient for everyone, is we film the content in one format. That fits all platforms.
Perfect.
So we make one video, edit one video, and you can post on 4 different platforms. So it's like, why shy away? Have the caption already pre-written, post, call it a day. You're everywhere now off of minimal effort. That's our main goal at the end of the day.
Yeah. All right. So, we have a lot of folks that are watching that are also, whether they're in real estate, they're just entrepreneurs. And what I loved, when I was around you the first time is, of course, your energy and just that, just that drive that you have, but seeing you become this young entrepreneur. So now starting this business and being about 3 months into it, what would you say has been the biggest challenge for you, kind of now taking a idea that you had and now turning it into reality? What's been like the biggest challenge that you had to kind of like deal with?
It's so funny that you say that, because a lot of people might think it's it's more intricate than what it is. I mean, I only say that because what we've been doing, we're extremely familiar with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, as far as equipment and ideas and filming and relations with people, that's easy. Believe it or not, it's like the back end stuff. Like the LLC, getting the account ready and things like that. Like, we've been experiencing some delays and it is frustrating at times, but at least we can still get the job done at the end of the day. But like the back end stuff, just being able to have people book fluently and schedule and deposits, like that has been the most frustrating thing, difficult thing. But besides that, I mean, I'm grateful that we can do a podcast like this with ease, in a sense, because of our preparation, our investment, and our equipment and stuff like that. So we can get it done, but we just like the back end to be a little better.
Listen, man, it's any business is going to go through its different life cycles, and I mean, you're in the, I want to say, you're not in the infant stage anymore, because you guys are just rocking it, but you're going to be in that kind of that teenage, the young adult, life cycle right now, and this is coming directly from Tony Robbins. He's taught this for years in his business mastery program, but I went through it, right? I because what you're doing right now is, I can tell, I mean, this is what you love to do, right? You're passionate. And then I've always taught that, listen, if you want to be successful, you got to follow your passion, right? You got to be passionate about your job and everything else. And so, when you go and you chase that and you pursue that and you actually make it happen, you forget about some of the little stuff in the back end. And I dealt with it. Like, I remember for the very first, I would say 5 years maybe of me running my business, understanding like the things that I need to focus on to make sure that we still continue to run smoothly, and, stuff like accounting and back end stuff. All this stuff. It's important stuff, but the stuff for me is boring as shit.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't want to deal with it. I want to deal with going out there, getting people jacked, excited, grow your business. Yeah. I got to pay attention to P&Ls and onboarding. I don't even know what a P&L is. And insurance, and I need an occupational license. I didn't even realize that's even a thing. So, but hey, you know what? It's part of being a business owner.
Absolutely.
So, talk to us about. So, what are your plans going forward, man? With Central Media, like, what do you want? What do you guys want to do over the next 12 months?
I remember when Gio and I first got together, because listings has, like, when we first met, listings was like a big thing for us. You know what I mean? And we hands down just want to be the biggest listing company, starting off in Central Florida.
Sure.
But then we transitioned to the social media. So we want to be a one-stop shop.
Okay.
I mean, in a sense, we are a one-stop shop. But something that we're striving for, that's kind of itching for us, and I think is a huge goal for this year, is to get a studio.
Yeah, cool.
Because it'd be so convenient for, you to come and we just flick on some lights and let's get to recording. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Of course, we are the convenience. We'll come to you to do things like this. We don't mind. But we just love the idea of a studio and how custom it can be, how convenient it can be for the consumers. And not only that, just working with as many brokerages, realtors as possible, grow a team if it's necessary. Like that's our big goal, just growth. And providing an extremely valuable service that's going to grow businesses, because that's our purpose at the end of the day. We understand the value that we have behind, this technology and where social media is at today. And we are very passionate with seeing someone start here, which even though it looks low, someone could still be doing a great job as a realtor. But if we can get you better, we'd love to be a part of that.
Sure.
So that's something we're just extremely passionate about. And if we can do that a million times over and over, like, we're not going to get tired of it. And that's all we want to do this year. Cool,
man. So listen, when you're ready, I know a good landlord that you can talk to.
Okay.
See if I can hook you up. So talk to me about, if you're only 3 months into this now, but if you can go back in time, what would you tell yourself, when you were first coming up with this idea, of creating Central Media? What's something that you would give yourself as maybe advice?
Oh man. Nothing.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Yeah.
About the decisions. Like, meeting Gio was just like, it was crazy. Everything just played out so well. Register for the LLC sooner. How about that?
Come on, like, that'd be something, man.
There's like a delay right now.
Well, you've only been for like 3 months. If I get you a couple of years from now, you'd be like, well, damn, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I know there's definitely a few things I would, tell my younger self. Hey, Joe, be mindful of this going forward.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, everything's been great. The people that we've met, we're extremely grateful for. Like, previous people that we were in the business with have just been extremely supportive in this, partnership that we've made going forward. And, we still have our own businesses on the side as well.
Sure.
But Central Media is like our baby. You know what I mean? And I don't know, everything's going very good. Obviously, you're always going to have hiccups, but because of our experience, we're able to, like, of course, it's annoying, it's frustrating, whatever it is, but it's nothing we haven't been through before.
Yeah.
So we always, we're good at problem solving. We just know how to go about things the right way.
Cool, man. Well, listen, I mean, I have been getting tons of applause and people reaching out saying, Joe, you're finally doing it the right way. It looks professional. No knock on Brian, because Brian has always been kicking butt, behind the scenes. But I mean, like, I was like blown away with the response that I was getting from folks. And like, even like my own daughter reached out to me and said, Dad, you finally figured it out. And I'm like, well,
how's that
baby, it's not me. It's just that I figured out, like you said before, right? Yeah. You're only as good as who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm excited to have you guys now kind of, as part of my team, as being, a client of yours, and having you guys just not only obviously produce and help us with the show, but all of our reels and all that stuff that we're doing now that I don't even know half of what it is, but I put my trust in you guys, man. I put my trust in you guys.
We get that a lot.
All right. So tell the folks that are watching, if they want to find out more about how they can, speak to you guys and hear more about kind of, what you can offer to them, where can they find you at?
Yeah, definitely. Instagram is a good platform to reach out to us. Central Media, or Central__media. We definitely plan on launching a lot of content on there in the month of February, just to kind of break down our services, what we have to offer, the value that our business has to offer for people. Because, again, we understand the value of people going to your social media profile and having this great first impression.
Sure.
But we kind of get invested in others and sometimes may forget about us.
Right.
February is definitely a month that we're going to be hitting social media pretty hard. And yeah, you can reach out to us through there. Our email information is there. Every contact information for us is primarily on Instagram.
Okay. Cool, man. So if you're out there, if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, just stop, get off the fence, go make it happen, because these guys are amazing. I'm so excited to, be able to see what we're going to be able to do together here over the next, few years. I'm still young, so I still got a few years left too. So, all right, everybody, that's our show for today. I appreciate you guys watching, and see us next time on the Joe LaRosa Show.